Hi, everyone. Welcome to Zaria Off Script, first official episode. My name is Zaria, your host, and I will be keeping it very off script over here, very unfiltered, very wherever my mind takes me, whatever we want to talk about. No, we're not holding back on anything. So first episode, I want it to be very introductory. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know what to talk about. Like, I came on here, and we're gonna get into that a little later. But like, I came on here just like, girl, just do it, just go for it. It's like time is ticking. You've wasted enough time. So I didn't necessarily come with a. At least today, I've written it down. I have it noted and all that stuff. But today, I am very much just free balling because I said it's now or never. Um, so let me just get a little bit into me at least. My name is Zaria. I'm 26. I'm going to be 27 in about 3 weeks from today, or a little less than 3 weeks from today. Um, I am from New Jersey. I recently moved, so I don't live in Jersey any longer, but we'll get into that. I'll tell you my business a little later. So, just a little background on that. I am transitioning out of working corporate America into the content space. Not really doing too great at that, but it's really just like trying to make that transition and trying to come into something different um, is jarring to say the least because it's a very different space, very different industry, right? But it's kind of fun. I have social media, so I'm on Instagram, I have a TikTok, I have Facebook, da 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 da. And I post on my TikTok, I do like just trending topics, whatever comes to mind. Um and I'm also trying to start a book club, like a fake little book club. And so far, I don't have too many like I don't have too many like reviews posted because I'm not doing great at picking these books. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. The books that I've been picking have been just like, you know, questionable, right? And granted, I've been reading books and I've been listening to audiobooks. I'm an audiobook girl down. But the books that I've been reading, like so far I have two DNFs. And I've started this is like a month ago maybe, two DNFs and a couple like I've read three books. I'm on my fourth book. And it's just like, yeah, I'm not doing great at this review stuff because it's time to it's hard for me to like, if I'm not feeling it, keep it moving, but then I need structure, I need a rubric, and I don't have that. And do people even care? And there are a couple people who have been like, oh, this is interesting, whether they're my friends or not. They're just like, oh, this is good, like book recs, any book recs, da da da. So it's just like, I have the I don't even, and that's not even the point. The point for me to even post that wasn't even to get like an immediate following. Of course, I would love to start a book club where we're like actively engaging and talking about a book of the week or a book of the month, and we're engaging, we're talking, we're reviewing, we're keying together about these books. Would love that, and I'm hoping to build up to that. But to start, I just wanted to talk about some freaking books. And I really just wanted to start reading again because my literacy, the brain, the critical thinking, the comprehension, it's been dulled. And I used to be an avid bookworm because in school, language arts and English was my thing. Don't ask me about nothing. X equals Y. I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me about who was the 47th president. I don't fucking know. Okay? That's a joke. But like, don't like, history wasn't my thing, math wasn't my thing, science, but English, babe, I could write the house down boots. So it's just like, I really, really want to get back to the healthy young brain that I had when I was in high school and when I was in middle school and stuff like that. Even a little bit of college. I didn't finish college, y'all. No judgment. But I was in college for a little bit and I was studying psychology and I was having a great time and the brain was working. Now you would have to pry my phone out of my cold, dead hands. TikTok playing in the background. Actually, what you'll do is, as I'm being lowered into the casket, drop my phone in, TikTok on auto scroll playing as you drop the phone in, close the casket, bury me down, bury me with my phone and my TikTok. That's where we're at. I don't necessarily like that. I don't like that. I don't think that's a good. It's a healthy. Um, I don't feel healthy. My brain doesn't feel healthy. I'm too scatterbrained. I'm too ADHD'd out. I'm attention span on 0%. So it's just like, yeah, let's bring back reading. Let's bring. Hey, I can speak English. It's my only language actually, so I have no choice. Let's bring back proper critical thinking, literary analysis, media literacy, I can't form a fucking sentence without stumbling and like and literally and what happened, babe? So that's why I wanted to start reading again. And it's been fun. I'm not going to lie. It's actually been kind of fun. The books that I've read are lighthearted. I love a mystery. I love a thriller. I love a culty type of book. And I love a romance book. I'm sorry. You're not going to shame me. I'm not going to be one of those girls. Oh, I don't listen. I don't really do the romance books. I don't do rom com. I do. I love pink. I love makeup. And I love a romance book. Are you kidding me? So, yeah, like I and funny enough, there's a book I just recently read that it kind of like re-inspired me to start writing again. So low key, like on the lowest of lowest keys, I started writing again and I started writing a book. I want to just do a short story, nothing crazy, nothing, no novels, not yet, but just a little short story just to get the brain flowing and the juices going. Um, and it's fun. Like, guys, sorry, like you're not gonna make me feel bad about feeling like, yeah, I am a hopeless romantic and I want to experience this type of storybook love. Yeah. And I would love to have a meet cute. Yeah. And I am very much excited for the possibilities of like new beginnings and new interactions and meeting people and whatever. Like your girl been at the coffee shops. Your girl been at the coffee shops and reading the house down boots, like with my little matcha latte, my strawberry matcha latte. Yeah, I don't give a freak. You're not gonna make me feel bad about it. I think it's so cute and it's really fun. Um, Actually, let's get into it. So I've moved to Texas. I live in Dallas. Texas stand up, Dallas stand up, and it's kind of been interesting because I have a couple of friends out there. So, interacting with them and socializing with them has been really fun. And it's made my transition a lot easier than if I were to go out there as a complete newbie. But I'm also trying to transition out of like falling, like holding on to them so tightly for, getting me to explore the city and stuff. I want to make like another friend group or create another circle because those are my friends for like outside. We go out, we turn up, and don't get me wrong, we speak on a daily basis, love them down. But I want to circle like let's go to the coffee shops and let's go to the library and we're gonna go and sit and read for a little bit and da 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 da. Da. We could dilly dally during the daytime and just like be like cutesy and fun. I would love that. And so I kind of been trying um to put myself out there in that way. I will go out and I will go to, I'm telling you, I love a coffee shop. So that's really mostly where I've been going, but also I have a library card and I've been going to the library and I've been putting the phone down a little bit, pulling the book out a little bit. And I would be lying if I said I wasn't even trying to play that like that mysterious girl who, the cute boy walks in the room and she doesn't even notice because her head is buried in a book. Like you can't kill me. I'm sorry. Like I think that is just so stupid and fun. And let's just like why not be a little stupid and a little bit fun, right? But yeah, like that's kind of just what life has been like in Texas so far. I am having a hard time transitioning though because I've also kind of developed this. You see, kind of. Why am I talking like that? I know how to speak. I know how to form full functioning sentences without all these extra filler words. Damn. Sorry, y'all. Um, I have developed this personality that's become very introverted, very to myself, very recluse, and that's not even me for real. So it's a little weird because I don't necessarily like that about me. I used to be, and I would boast about this all the time to myself, to my parents, or whoever. I would go on a job interview or I would get a review done, and they would always say, "You're so personable, very friendly, very easy to talk to," right? I'm like, yeah, actually, that's exactly who I am. Very personable, very friendly, easy to talk to. And so now I'm like sticking up in my house. I don't want to talk to nobody, or I got my headphones in. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm annoyed if somebody comes talk to me. And it's just like, you freaking Grinch. Like, what's your problem? This is how you, like, how do you expect to meet people? How do you expect to socialize and make friends if you're acting like a person asking you, hey, I see that you have this strawberry matcha latte. Do you like it? Like, is it good? And don't get me wrong, I'm not rude. I'm not a rude person. And I'm gonna smile. Oh yeah, it's actually really nice, but I'm short. Oh yeah, it's actually really good. Anyway, go back to what I was doing. Hey, so what's that about? I thought you were, what happened? So it's like trying to transition into this new version. And the thing is, I don't want to travel backwards, right? People always tell you you'll never be the person that you were before. You have to find create a new persona, right? In any aspect. It's a lot of different ways. I was thinking about it just a couple days ago. A lot of different ways that you have to navigate that thought process. But I don't want to go back to being who I used to be. I want to transition now into a new persona of being way more um friendly and inviting and warm and welcoming, because I think those are my favorite parts of just like existing as a human and meeting people who have those attributes and knowing that that used to be me. Why can't it be me again, right? And just like in a new and improved way. So we're working on it. We're working on it. um but yeah, life has been a little crazy lately. The last 3 months have been very interesting since I've moved. Um, Maybe I'll do an episode on that and really delve into it, because that's a story in and of itself. But life has been very interesting. I'm trying to kind of find my way a little bit more in this world and get into what I like, who I am, rediscover myself essentially, especially now as an adult. I had a midlife crisis a couple weeks ago, or maybe a couple months ago actually, where I'm just like, dang, I'm in my late 20s. I'm not 25. I'm not 23. I'm closer to 30 than I am to 21. Like, what's that about? Don't get me wrong. It's not that aging is like a bad thing. I'm not one of those people like, oh, I'm so old. No, I'm old. Granny is getting up there, right? TT is getting up there. But aging is beautiful. Aging is amazing. It's just like life is moving so fast and things are happening so fast. And the more I realize or take into consideration the fact that life really is progressing at a speed that I cannot comprehend and that I can't catch, the more I feel like, yeah, so I need to like do something with my life, and I need to kind of tap in a little bit more and become Zarya all over again, but in a way that's progressive, because I really, excuse me, y'all. My nose is running. I don't know. Y'all making me nervous. Um, I really feel like I've kind of become complacent, and I don't want to be there. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. When people ask me like, "Oh, what are you passionate about? What do you want to do? Where do you see yourself? What do you want to do?" I don't want to. I don't want to. That's the thing. I don't want to. And it's a little rough because we have to be able to contribute to society in a meaningful manner to be able to just like exist and improve and live and have resources, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't want to do that in the way that I'm clocking into a job, and I don't want to sit at a desk, and I don't want to have reports and fill out this, that, and the third, because it just feels so unfulfilling. I'll never forget. I worked a job, really, really, really great people I worked with. I missed them down. I won't name drop them just yet, but I missed them down. When I used to work there though, I will never forget how miserable I was. And my mom, I used to call my mom, my dad. I would actually be on the job and I would run to the bathroom or run to my car and have like a mentee be in my car because I'm miserable. I don't want to be here. I feel like the job that I'm doing is not fulfilling. I'm bored. There's nothing worse than being bored at work, bro. And then it's like, I'm not even bored in a cubicle by myself or bored in an office by myself. I'm bored around other people. So I can't just fuck off and do whatever I want, right? Like that's so rough. And from there, like I've had other jobs since, but it's just like, yeah, no. I've had a job that I really enjoyed, a company that I really liked that I worked for, but like in the moment, like in it, I really enjoyed it like from the outside view, but as I'm in it, I'm just like, "Ugh, but I don't want to. There's no reason I should be waking up in the day in the morning and just like, I don't want to go to work. I just started. You just got here. But that's what really like woke me up and made me realize like, yeah, no. 9 to 5 isn't for me. Now, entrepreneurship also isn't for me because I don't want to be responsible for anything necessarily, right? And I mean that in the sense of like opening a storefront or having like my candle business. I was excited about that, but I was excited about it in the idea of crafting and creating, not necessarily business ownership. Now, that's really funny because my mother, complete opposite. Complete opposite. She has such a beautiful business brain, and she's a business owner, she's an entrepreneur, and she has very successful businesses going, and so she's trying to instill that in me and even my little sister, just to like, don't get comfortable working for yourself, go and create your own thing and start your own thing and create your own business. While that's all well and fine, mom, I don't want to. I don't want to like own a business, but I think content creation is fun because then it gives me the autonomy to kind of just do my thing on my own, but also hold myself accountable because if I do garner an audience in the end, I want to be able to produce positive results and like not be not be like lazy about it, right? And I think it is okay. I'm about to veer off, but follow me, y'all. Follow me. I think it's really disingenuous when people say that, what's your passion? Why do you want to make content? Why do you want to do this, that, and the third? When as consumers, we see the creators make money and make something of themselves from it, right? Now, I understand that most people who've gone down that path, it was a thing of just like doing it and it took them somewhere versus like setting the intention of I'm trying to make a bag off of this, right? You can kind of like differentiate those people and just based off of the content alone, who's like in it for the love of making the content or making the videos, making the YouTube's videos, making the music, whatever, and who's in it for the money grab. But I think it's also, you have to have an understanding of like, in this world, we are all trying to have a little bit more money to make ourselves comfortable, to have the resources or have the money to, or and the resources to be able to live the life that we want. And part of that is going to be, you either work your 9 to 5 or you're an entrepreneur. So for me, I feel like I keep in the back of my mind that the content creation is definitely an option because money can definitely come from it. But the difference for me now, and I can only speak for myself, is I really enjoy talking and I love to talk about trending topics and I love to talk about, worldly news and brainiac stuff. So like the psychology behind certain things, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's just like, why not meld the two together, but consciously so. I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, I'm just here for the love of the game. I'm here for the love of the game. And if I can make a coin off of this, yeah, that would be great too. Like, hey, let's call a spade a spade. Let's keep it honest, okay? Very much off script with this one. Call it what it is. I think it's okay to be like, yeah, I want to make some money off of this while I'm having fun doing it too. Um, so that's kind of just like where I'm at in life right now as far as my placement and what I want to do. Where do I see myself? Where do I want to go from here? Um, you know, I'm a podcast girly down. I love to listen to a podcast. I love to listen to people talk. I love to hear people's opinions. And dare I say, I like to engage or hate watch a little bit too. Now, that part, not so much, but there are a couple different people that I follow that I'm just like, why do I follow you? But then I realize it's because their opinions, and I actually made a video on this, their differing opinions like challenge me in a way that makes me really deep dive into the way that I think and why do I have the opinion that I have and do I actually stand on it or am I just kind of following the masses type of thing? Because let's be honest, sometimes we could be a little easily persuaded, me, myself, and I. So I think that hearing like somebody else's opinion and them being able to articulate it in a way that's just like, no, you're actually making points I can't even lie, like you're actually talking about some real shit. Um, it kind of it's just like a little it does something to me that's just like what's happening, I don't know what's happening, but I can appreciate it for what it is. But anyway, I brought all that up to say like I love a podcast, I love listening to people talk, and I hope that I can be that for someone too. I want people to kind of the whole point of Zaria off script, and let's just make it a full circle moment. The whole point of Zaria off script is to like just get into um the mind of your average everyday girl, and as a consumer, as someone who I'm online chronically and I'm experiencing life as we all are, and I have certain thoughts that I think people would care to share or care to hear about. And also they may relate or they may not, they may have some differing opinions, and I want to create like dialogue amongst us as well. But also I want to bring like a little bit of realness to it, because I've seen content that is very polished and you can tell when somebody's just like not, they don't even believe what they're saying, they don't believe themselves, but it's marketable and it's safe. I don't really want to keep it safe. Now, I'm not what do you call those people? A contrarian. I'm not a contrarian. I actually hate contrarians. I think they're very problematic and they hold us hold us back as a society. Um but what I am is someone who will like bring a challenging thought, and I like to argue a little bit. I'm a Virgo Mercury. Okay. So I like to argue a little bit and I like to bring points to the conversation, and let's like really delve into it. I think having a podcast will also help me with my debating skills, because one thing about me, if you don't agree with me, you're automatically wrong because I'm right, you're wrong, and shut up, right? But I feel like if somebody else is able to articulate themselves in an opposing manner, I have no choice but to sit there and listen and then think about it, reflect, and then I can respond, right? That's the whole point of having dialogue. Um, but I want it to be genuine. I don't want it to be like I'm coming on here and glitz and glam. Like I don't have a setup, y'all. I'm in my living room on an iPhone, talking to an iPhone with the mini microphones. Like this is very real, very authentic, and that's the only way I plan to keep it. I don't plan on switching up and being like, look at how I'm sitting. I'm gonna cross my legs. You guys are gonna see me cross my legs eventually, right? But I don't want this to be like I don't know. Like do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like I don't want this to be fake. I don't want to fake the funk. This is gonna be very much Zaria off script. We're off script. We're talking about real shit. We're getting into it. And you know, full transparency moment, and this is part of the off script. I don't know how to edit. And so I'm gonna have to learn how to edit, and I'm gonna have to learn how to Photoshop and learn how to, work the Canva and the stuff like that, because that's gonna be part of my journey, is just keeping it real, keeping it honest, and being completely transparent. One thing about me, I love transparency, and I'm going to be transparent. I'm gonna open my mouth and say something that I probably shouldn't because you're sharing too much information. But hey, we locked in. This is how I feel about most people that I talk to. discernment. But we locked in, right? So it's like full transparency moment, full vulnerability. Yeah, I don't know how to do a lot of this stuff. And I'm excited to kind of just like go on the journey of learning a lot of these things. And also like creating something really great in the process. So that's the whole gist of Zarya off script. Like, I don't know, y'all. Obviously, I forgot some stuff. I know I did, but I can't think off the top of my head. I talked about what I really wanted to talk about. Episode one, like I said, very lighthearted, very introductory. Like we not getting into the nitty gritty just yet. I wanted just to come on here, kind of talk and introduce myself, let you guys learn more about me and who I am and just know that like I'm coming on here with great intentions. I'm coming on here to make something really beautiful and create something great for myself also and put myself out there in a way that I've never have before, but I'm excited because it's going to force me to become and it's going to force me to become like, you know, somebody different and new, which is my plan anyway, but also just like evolve in a really positive way. Um so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know that, like I said, lots of ums, lots of likes and literallys. Bear with me, y'all. This is my first time on camera, so I'm just a little shy. I'm a little bashful. I don't know if y'all on TikTok seeing Ashby, but I'm just a little bashful. I'm bashful. I don't know. So bear with me. We're gonna get more comfortable very soon, but we're also gonna do great things here, and I'm excited to see where we go and how far we can take it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Bye.